Y'all probably wondering why I'm crying. I've been watching Speed streams, and I'm seeing all the love that he's getting in Angola. He's in South Africa, and he's getting massive amount of love. And the way that he was treated in Europe was disgusting.
We are going to set the black child free.
And I love the love that all of my African American people are getting in the continent. And I know there's a lot of issues. I know there's a lot of things that need to be worked out. But I'm so proud.
He was actually well received in South Africa and didn't actually experience any sort of racism from what.
Because these white people, the white people in South Africa know better. Okay? They know better. Alright, hear me out. Hear me out. Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the Dummy Effect. Welcome to another video right here, and today we are today we are watching a video called iShowSpeed is changing how black Americans see Africa. If you don't know, if you're living under a rug right now, iShowSpeed is in Africa. iShowSpeed is touring Africa. Alright, and that means that iShowSpeed is actually showing the rest of the world a different side of Africa, probably a side of Africa that most people don't really know about, because that's the same thing that happened when he went to China. When he went to China, some people, mostly I feel like mostly in America, he showed a side of China that most Americans don't know about, and it changed things for most Americans. But now he is in Africa and he is about to show the rest of the world, especially Americans, a side of Africa that they don't know about. Mainly, and why, you ask yourself, why don't they really know this side of Africa, right? It has to do something with propaganda, or with the way they always try to make Africa look like Africa is the poorest of the poorest, even though we are the ones feeding the world. And they always paint us like in a very negative, very negative brush. Like they use a very negative brush to paint us. So now that he is here, there's no time for editing because he is live. What he is doing is actually live. So you see Africa first. Is it first hand, or you see Africa like in a very raw state? Like there's no editing, there's nothing. You see Africa the way Africa is. You see Africans the way Africans are. So without further ado, let's listen to my brother here. His name is Streamer Votes. Yeah, his name is Streamer Votes. So we're just gonna react to the video. I don't know what is happening.
What is up, guys? So for those of you who don't know, iShowSpeed started his African tour a few days ago, and it's already doing numbers all over social media. He had his second stream yesterday in Cape Town, South Africa, where he just moved around exploring the city while vibing with the locals.
I actually saw the first stream. I didn't see the first stream, but I watched the whole. It was like 4 hours. I watched the whole 4 hours on YouTube, and the first one, which was in Angola. Yeah, in Angola. It was really good. It was really good. I was kind of proud. I was proud of my African brothers, like the way they received iShowSpeed, the way everybody was respectful. Even not everybody's gonna be respectful, obviously, but most of the people were respectful, and nobody is insulting, nobody is talking negative. Everybody is very happy to receive iShowSpeed in Africa, and it's a good thing, man.
The stream was pretty darn cool, as he had an amazing time meeting new people and just overall enjoying the food and culture of the country. His streams have opened the eyes of many African Americans and black people in the diaspora as to what they have been missing all this while. Many black Americans have been considering moving back to Africa.
Wait. They lied to us, man. I am in South Africa right now, and I am low-key looking at options to move here. The culture is rich.
After seeing just how much love Speed has been receiving in the motherland.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Seeing the iShowSpeed Africa tour, that shit is making me want to go to Africa, bro. When Speed was in Europe, they was calling him monkey. They was throwing him bananas and shit. They was saying all type.
Especially this place, bro. I don't know which country this was, but I even heard that here in this country, they actually pulled a strand of his dreadlocks out. When he was passing through the crowd, they actually pulled his hair out. And if you have dreadlocks, you know that shit is painful when somebody just start playing with it when you don't want to. It's very, very painful. And that is Europe. Down to the fucking young people, they are still yeah.
But racist shit when he was in the Europe tour. He pop up in Africa and then people showing him love like he's family already, bruh. The propaganda is failing. It is crumbling before our very eyes. And then they want to call Africa uncivilized. Bitch, I'm seeing the complete opposite.
Y'all probably wondering why I'm crying. I've been watching Speed streams, and I'm seeing all the love that he's getting in Angola. He's in South Africa, and he's getting massive amount of love. And the way that he was treated in Europe was disgusting. But to see him be a black man from the United States of African descent and be able to go back to the continent and be treated like a human by civilized African people, when we've been taught that Africa is primitive, that it's dangerous, don't go back, they have this, they have that, they don't want you, they don't like you. And to see an African American man with his stature go back to the motherland and be treated with so much respect. This is what our people fought for. This is what they fought for when they fought against Jim Crow and segregation. This is what the slave revolts were about. This is what it's always been about. It's to be able to go back home to a home that you've never been and be unapologetically black and not have to think about being black. Just being able to have your natural hair and your brown skin and not be judged and not be racially profiled and not be killed. I love the love that he is getting. And I love the love that all of my African American people are getting in the continent. And I know there's a lot of issues. I know there's a lot of things that need to be worked out. But I'm so proud. I'm so proud. And I love that for him. And I love that for all of my people that are over there. And I can't wait to hit the soil and experience it myself.
That was
All right, before he says something, when she started talking, I got chills and my eyes even watered a little bit. That's not a lie. That's no cap, like the youngins would say. I actually, oh man, because the thing is, we are so divided. They try so hard to divide us, so much to divide us. I mean, like Africa, they try so much to divide Africa from the rest of the world that it has caused Africans to be fighting with the rest of the world, the black communities in the world. Recently, the recent thing was the diaspora wars. Like Africans were fighting with the black Americans. The Caribbeans were fighting with the black Americans and Africans, and everybody's just fighting each other. When we fight like that, it makes the people, the powers that be, it makes them very happy, because it means that we are not seeing eye to eye and Africa stays backward. Like Sean Kuti used to say, Africa, he said something, I watched him today, he said something about in the lines of, it doesn't matter what we all do, we must focus on Africa. Africa is the way. Africa, when we focus on Africa is the way we are going to set the black child free. And these people, the systems, they know this. That's why they keep trying to put Africans, and they try to put Africans and the rest of the world, the black people in the world, they try to make them always fight. They always try to get them to, you know, always like fighting each other and stuff like that. Even right now in America, it's not Africans are being looked at by black Americans in some type of way. And it's not because when Africans and black Americans, it's not like when they come together they don't have like things in common, right? It's because now the systems have put things in place where it's gonna benefit one and neglect the other. And when it does that, they are always gonna fight. The black Americans are gonna feel like, nah, this is my country and I've been here for this amount of time, and I don't even benefit the things that these people that are just coming here, that just came here now are benefiting. It's not because of the Africans. It's not because the Africans they didn't do that. The systems actually put those things in place intentionally. So when you see that these people are benefiting now, instead of fighting the system, you are going to fight these people, and because of that, now you're gonna hate these people and hate where they are from, and you can't see eye to eye. If you hate where they are from, which is the motherland, which is Africa, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to talk about. So there's just the fact that iShowSpeed is showing Africa to a different in a different way to these people. It actually means a lot. It actually, yeah, it's changing a lot. Actually, it's changing a lot. I think I'm rambling now. Let's continue with the brother.
Was honestly moving to watch, and I do agree with her.
Yeah.
It's genuinely amazing to see how much love Speed has been receiving in Africa, especially after the amount of racism he had faced in his Europe and Asian tours. However, a lot of people somehow had different opinions on Speed's experiences in Africa as compared to other continents. Many felt like Speed was just getting
Don't be fooled. Just showing him love because he is rich. Some Africans ready to start scamming and begging. Don't be fooled. Just showing him love because he is rich. Some Africans are ready, maybe you wanted to say, some Africans are ready to start scamming and begging. Why do you have to be negative? Why the negativity, brother or sister, or whoever, the CIA or whoever you are? Why the negativity? That's the thing. Somebody's always gonna have some negative problem, something negative to talk about. Do you know why it's gonna be the scamming and the begging? Let's just say, do you even know why there's a scamming and there's a begging? Why? Because of all these narratives that you guys keep saying, all these negative narratives that you guys keep putting out there about Africa. So because of that, many people don't want to come to Africa. Many people don't want to invest in Africa. And because of that, Africa lacks a lot, because now we even have like thieves. Our presidents, our leaders are criminals, the biggest criminals of all time. And they are not doing anything to help the normal people. And if people are not traveling to Africa to see the country, and maybe they're gonna have maybe some jobs to do from that. Nobody's traveling to Africa. Everything is scarce. People are desperate now. They resort to scamming and begging. Nobody actually wants to scam and beg. It's not good. We don't like it. We really don't like it. Majority of Africans don't like scammers. We don't like beggars. We don't like begging and stuff like that. Our pride, we are too proud to be begging, and we don't like scammers, because now the scammers are damaging the names of Africa or of black people. But even at that's even like a different story, a story for another day. Let me write it down and I'll make a video on it. Actually, scamming and begging. because I also have another channel that I do documentaries. Check it out. It's called Afroforge Fitness and Legacy. Fitness and Legacy. Check it out. It's very, very dope. It's a dope stuff. All right, let's continue. Let's hear what the brother is talking about.
Preferential treatment because he's rich and famous and would just otherwise get scammed if it wasn't for his fame. While some others felt like the racism he faced in Europe was purely staged for content, which I just don't think is true because we all saw how he was treated, particularly in some Eastern European countries.
Have y'all seen iShowSpeed streaming in Africa so far? Now, before, I would never watch these streams, but what I'm seeing right now is exactly what we should be seeing. This is the best stream I have seen from him so far, right? When he got in Europe, they threw fucking bananas at him. They did monkey impersonations and threw bananas at him multiple times. In Africa, where they're trying to say that these people are uncivilized, they have treated him better than anybody else have treated him. They were giving this man cotton and throwing bananas at him. And then you seen people literally trying to defend this, talking about something that happens everywhere. No, it doesn't. It happens with Europeans and descendants of Europeans. That's where it happens a lot. It is being a racist is not a normal action.
I think the coolest part about Speed going to different countries in Africa is that he doesn't have to worry about a bunch of white kids calling him the N-word. I feel like I saw a lot of good clips of Speed in Europe just doing a bunch of cool things, and then sprinkled in between, there's just a bunch of kids calling him the N-word throughout, hard R, and there's just nothing he can do about it. But now that he's going to Africa, I'm like, oh, that's dope. That won't happen again. Unless he goes to South Africa. Then it's kind of like 50-50, you know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, he was actually well received in South Africa and didn't actually experience any sort of racism from what.
Because these white people, the white people in South Africa know better. But not all of them though. Most of the white people in South Africa are still very, very racist. All right, but their racism is not really out there in the open like that. It's like shoot it, like, you know, they don't really open. It's not open racism. And with that, I would just like to say fuck Elon Musk. Because wherever you see black people with white people, those white people are usually a little bit cultured, a little bit spicy and stuff like that, you know? Because black people, we just have that like in the abundance. It's just pouring, dripping like swagoo type shit. Yeah, but you're not gonna see that in South Africa. You're not gonna see a white person misbehaving like that, like Europeans were doing. Like Europeans do in Europe. Nah, no white person in Africa is gonna misbehave like that. Nah, never.
What I noticed. Hopefully he goes on to have successful streams in the other countries he visits, because there's honestly a lot he needs to try out.
You can see iShowSpeed reaction of seeing the beauty of the continent of Africa. Right now, I think he's in South Africa, maybe Johannesburg, if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday, he was in Angola. Tomorrow, probably gonna go to Botswana, another country. So probably gonna spend like a day and a half in each country. And I can't wait when he goes to Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco, Egypt, Kenya, Uganda, all this beautiful country, Rwanda. I don't want to forget that you're probably gonna go to 24 countries to show you what each country in Africa has, and you guys can be shocked what is each country has the beauty, infrastructure, and all this building.
Sorry, before you finish, there's one thing that you guys must also check out when you go out, when he's going through all these countries, right? One thing you must check out is, look at the similarities between all of these African countries. Look at the similarities. I'm gonna actually check out the similarities and then do a video on that as well. Similarities in all of these countries. You're gonna see that majority of the things that are happening in those countries are very, very similar to each other. Which makes it even stupid that Africa is not one big place that we can just move in and out. Like, which it makes it stupid that Africa is not borderless, because deep down Africa is one big place with very, very similar. If I say, bro, you don't underestimate very, very similar things that we all do as Africans on this continent. Just pay attention to those people that are going to actually be watching this. Very, very, like, watch, please, if you can, even write down the similarities. You're going to see, you're going to have more than 10 similarities. I promise you.
Things and all these things. I can't wait on you guys to show Western world that what is Africa has to offer. You know, as soon as you tell someone you're from Africa, they think, oh, you guys don't have cars, you guys don't have houses. Where do you guys live? Do you guys live with a lion? Have you seen a lion before? Like, they ask you stupid ass question. But I'm so happy iShowSpeed right now touring Africa to let people see what is Africa is about. Enjoy your tour, iShowSpeed in Africa, and show the world what is Africa is about. Peace out.
The way iShowSpeed is moving, you would think that he's like a streaming Henry Louis Gates. I wasn't expecting him to go to a country like Angola or South Africa, but he's about to do wonders for tourism. Like, he might legitimately meet his match.
But that's the thing. That is the thing. We need, and the funniest thing is, politicians, if you notice, I don't think politicians have actually been coming out to welcome iShowSpeed. I didn't say that in Angola. I don't even know about South Africa. Politicians, they don't give a fuck about this. This is the time where politicians are actually supposed to come out, and because this is how you show the world the real image of your country. But politicians, I don't feel like they're gonna be doing that. The wise countries are gonna send their politicians ahead of. He has already shown the blueprint of what he can do in Angola and South Africa. So the rest of the countries should move very fast. They should mobilize like a politician, like tourism politician, but like, wait, what's a tourism politician? Like a ministry of tourism or something like that. Go and welcome this guy and send people, maybe get a social media influencer that does this thing and send that person to iShowSpeed and take iShowSpeed and let him visit some of these things. Bro, this is an opportunity for these African countries to actually market their countries and say, this is what we have to offer. Like, what your media has been showing you is not the real image of our country. This is what we have to offer. But they're not gonna do it.
In the athletic realm, like, he's gonna legit see where his dreams come from. But I really love like how he integrated himself in the culture so fast when he went to Angola. Right from the jump, he's doing front flips while people are doing capoeira. He's dancing with South African kids. I would have thought that he was from those countries the way he blended in. But I love this because it proves one thing. Africans are cordial, they're respectful. Yeah, he has fans, he has people that come up to him, ask autographs. But this time when he does his stream, he doesn't have to worry about people grabbing his hair and selling it on eBay. I haven't heard any racial slurs. I haven't heard anybody violate Speed. Like, it's dispelling a lot of American propaganda. And he's actually gonna do crazy numbers. And I wouldn't be surprised if this helps with the tourism in a lot of these countries. I mean, America tells us that Africans are savage, primitive people. But what you see, man, is like they are actually treating him with a lot of respect. I love this for him, and I hope it goes well. I really do.
Honestly, Speed has been on a generational run with these global tours, and I can't wait to see what Africa has in store for us through his streams. Make sure to like and subscribe for more news on iShowSpeed in Africa, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video.
I actually want him to visit. He's definitely going to visit West Africa, but then he's only going to visit. I feel like he's only going to visit Nigeria and Ghana. All of those French countries, I don't think he's visiting any of those. Yeah, they don't deserve a visit from this guy. So, yeah. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like down below. Let me know what you think. Comment. Yeah. Also, don't forget about the similarities. Please make sure you actually state the similarities, or just state the similarities you've seen so far and you feel like you like, and you feel like you noticed, like between the two countries, South Africa and Angola. And yeah, without further ado, see you in the next one. Bye bye.